differently.
Welcome back, and you're watching Abled Differently. Accidents have contributed greatly to the number of persons with disabilities in the country. Such is the case of Victoria, who now lives with metal plates in her leg. Take a look.
It was in the year 2012 when Victoria Apondi got into an untimely accident at the Thika Superhighway on her way back to school, leading to a severe knee injury.
I got an accident back then while I was in high school at Form 1 level. My dad and my mom, they had already done for me shopping, everything. So something pushed me. I didn't felt like going to school. So I just walked well. When I reached at the where I'm supposed to board the vehicle, I'm supposed to cross the road. So I checked the road, I checked on left, I checked on right side, the road was clear. Again I checked on left, the road is clear. Then I said, let me cross. When I was crossing, the car just came from nowhere and it was over speeding. And the car just came and knocked me down, and the car came on top of my leg, on my knee. So the driver was really shocked. He couldn't be able to run or to do everything because after knocking me down, I was on top of the car on the front mirror. I broke the mirror. So, and then I went down and the car went on top of my leg, on my right knee. So they had to push the car backwards slow, and then they moved me from there down.
Victoria underwent a surgery to stabilize her condition, but at the time when the metal plates were to be removed, it proved quite difficult due to financial constraints.
For now, I'm not able to do my therapy because the doctors have recommended that I go for the treatment first. The metal to be removed from my legs and the side plates is when I'm supposed to be done the therapy. So due to shortage of funds and my family, we are not able to raise the money of that treatment. So I just pray and trust God that one day I'll go for that my surgery and I'll start doing my therapy.
This far, she is grateful to everyone that played part in shaping her.
Principal alikuwa namuelewa sana. Hata duties zozote alikuwa anafanya, hata tuseme kama leo ni duty ya kufagia, Victoria alikuwa anafanya anything, yeye alikuwa anakaa tu. Hata kupanga line ati kuendea chakula, nilikuwa namuendea chakula na mpelekea penye amekaa. Yeye angeza kufanya anything, hajafanya anything duties zozote.
While stating her source of motivation, Victoria wished for the government to step in and lend a helping hand to the needy.
What I would rather tell the government is that they should be able to reach out to people who are going through so much suffering like us, who we have disabilities which can be done and that person come right back to normal. So the government should reach out to people like us and they should help us, because like our condition is just something which is temporary and something which can be done and you are back to normal. But due to the challenges that we are facing, and the challenges are the things which we cannot abstain, or we cannot say that we don't want them to face us, but they are there.
Being prayerful is what she urges persons with disabilities to be.
People should be prayerful. People should put God first in everything. Like you see in my story, I've explained there back then that day I didn't felt like going to school. I was really down, but I had to, because that was the day which we were opening school, and my parents have already done for me everything. They've already done for me shopping, everything. I've already weared my uniform, so I was supposed to go, and I went. But on a bad luck, the accident happened. But because of the prayer, I knelt down, I prayed, and the Bible which I carried inside my bag, it really helped me a lot.
Abled differently.
Valerie Nafula, an assistant teacher at Orione Community Training Centre, suffered partial stroke. Here is her story.
My relationship with colleagues was a bit well. Some were encouraging me, some were minding their own business. Walikuwa wananitreat averagely too.
Valerie Nafula, an assistant teacher who works at Orione Community Centre, suffered partial stroke as a result of sickle cell disease, and since then, things have never been the same.
Nilikuwa naishi well, nilikuwa na live well up to 14 years, ndo nikapata na hii stroke. Ilikuwa because of sickle cell anemia. Nilienda ECDE college, time ya corona, nika tell my mom nataka kwenda Orione Center. Ilikuwa ina help watu special school. Ilikuwa ina help watu wa special. So nikaona kuingia hapo itakuwa easy, and they welcome me with both arms. At home I cannot do some of the work, washing the utensils, washing my clothes, and in work I may not be able to do some of the basic needs of the children, special children. Some of the basic needs, like toileting. I cannot change them pampers, but I can go to with them to washroom.
According to her mother Isabella, she had to adjust her way of life in order to accommodate her ailing daughter.
At first, unajua hiyo kitu lazima itakuhit, kwa sababu ukishaenda hospitali unaambiwa mtoto wako hivi. Hata daktari anaanza kukuuliza, kwenu kuna mtu wako hivi, kuna mtu wako hivi. Unarudi huko nyumbani, ukiuliza unaambiwa hakuna. Haya, sasa unajua nao kwao ukienda pia watasema kwao hakuna. So inakuwa wanaanza kusema sasa wewe obviously hata kama utaambiwa directly, lakini kuna hiyo kitu saa zingine unasikia sasa huyu kazi yake atazaanga watoto wako hivyo, lazima ikue. Lakini I thank God kwa sababu bado kama kuna society a big percent inaenda ikichange your mind. Unaona, saa zile unaelezwa na daktari anakuambia hii iko na mostly iko kama sasa mimi kesi yangu ya sickle cell anakuambia most watu wa western wao ndio upata, because the area is low, is a is it lowland, iko low, unlike watu wa highland hawa wapatagi. Alikuwa anatuambia kama Kikuyus, Kambas and Merus hawapati, lakini watu wa western, wa Kisii, wa Jaluo na Waluya wao upata hiyo. So unaona wewe mwenyewe ukienda na wale watu pia wakiendelea wakielimishwa wanaelewa. Alafu wanachange hiyo perspective yao, maybe from kusema ni kurogwa to the hospital. Because unajua hata mimi wao uniuliza in fact there's another teacher alikuwa ananiambia mtoto wako huwezi jua ni sickle cell, you have to sickle cell children kule kwetu they are so weak. Lakini huyu ukimuona sasa ni ile perspective yako una change. Utasikiza wapi? It's either wewe mwenyewe, inaanza na wewe. Ukianza kusema utasikiza kule wakwambie ni kurogwa, umerogwa, kwenu ndio kuko hivyo, isha kufanyikia, then what next?
Stroke is a disease that affects the arteries. It sometimes causes temporary or permanent disabilities, depending on how long the brain lacks blood flow and which part is affected. Valerie's greatest motivation is derived from her parents.
My parents, kwanza my mom, for never leaving me aside, and some of them who encourage me, some of the neighbors wananiencourage sana, and Orione Community Centre for welcoming me with open hands.
Most stroke survivors experience various challenges due to physical and mental impairment.
Nilikuwa boarding na work hard, so the day najipata hosi, and sikuwa na moral, hata sikuwa nayo hata kabisa. Self motivation, self motivation ilikuwa imerudi down kabisa, so wakaniitia guidance and counseling, nikaenda tu, wakaniitia speech physiotherapy. Nilikuwa na tu physiotherapy for one day at a time. So self motivation yangu ilikuwa solo sana.
As a parting shot, this is what Valerie and her mother had to say.
You shouldn't be discouraged, because God is there and He knows what He knows Kenya ameku put inside you. As never give up. Don't give up.
Kama unaweza enda hospitali uende utibiwe, doctor's advice is the best. Unajua sana mtu anakuambia hapana, hii ni kurogwa, kwa nini hii iko, hii nyingine inafuata. Hizo ndio steps za kwanza. You as parent or as parents lazima uweke in mind.
Let's take a look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
Article 25 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities states that state parties shall, Part B, provide those health services needed by persons with disabilities, specifically because of their disabilities, including early identification and intervention as appropriate, and services designed to minimize and prevent further disabilities, including among children and older persons.
And here is the tip for the day.
Whatever step you're going to take ndio itasaidia huyu mtoto. Ukianza kusikiza kule, unaona utaenda ukimlose. Lakini na wewe ukisema sasa mimi nataka ni concentrate ni nini hiko kwa mtoto wangu, kwa nini, utakuwa unamsaidia yeye, utasaidia another person mwenye utakutana na yeye, na society as a large.
We've come to the end of the show today, and a big thank you to Valerie, Victoria, Jemima and Johnny for sharing their stories with us. Until next week, I've been your host, Jen Theory. Goodbye.
We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.